What's up, guys? Today we're going to be doing a VOD review with my student. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi guys. My IGN is scaling soon. Hashtag 20 minutes. Obviously AD carry, and I'm usually main like Jinx, Lucian, and then sometimes I'll play Smolder or Kai'Sa. But from here, I think I'll let you take on, see what we do in this
All right.
review, I guess.
Yeah, that's perfect. So I'll just start with the bot lane 2v2. I mean, you're playing an enchanter matchup, so a lot of the time, like, I have a feeling
Oh,
I'm gonna open the VOD and I'm gonna see your Janna standing 10 feet behind you. Okay, so on that, like, it's
by the
just
way,
how it is.
this person said they are a Janna main, so I really expected them to play forward. But I understand because it feels bad because this pairing kind of feels bad because the champion want to go backward and I want to go forward. So it
Mm,
feels weird.
kind of, yeah. I mean, let me just say your 2v2 is better than their 2v2. So Jinx and
True,
Soraka
true,
do not
true.
work
Yeah,
well together.
yeah,
But in terms of fighting, you're way stronger at fighting if the Soraka can't just heal the entire HP bar and you have no ignite. So I'm a
yeah.
little bit worried. Especially around level 6,
Yeah.
unless you buy like anti-heal in this lane, which
I bought it, second item, but I
okay.
don't know if that's even good to be honest.
Um I mean, usually what I do is if you're playing versus like an sustained matchup, you probably have to, if you get an 800 gold base, you just buy the executioners or you ask your support to buy it, because if neither of you buy it at level 6, they're going to beat you 2v2. So yeah, that's not good cuz they outscale you as well. So would not recommend that.
Yeah,
But you have very very good engage angles this game. So what I would do in the 2v2 especially is like whenever Soraka throws her Q like a dumbass, just E forward and start hitting the Jinx. So that's
true.
like a really easy like fight angle. And I guarantee you, like, the Soraka is gonna throw her Q out, randomly. So
You know what's funny? Like I just don't know. Like even though Soraka feels like such a passenger matchup,
mhm.
not really. Like the champion just feels like it's kind of strong in lane. You know, Soraka.
Yeah, yeah. If she lands her
Silence
Q,
into Q, yeah,
yeah,
just
yeah.
like
Yeah. I mean, the reason why Soraka is so like OP is that you can fight the enemy ADC over and over again, drop him to 100 HP, and then Soraka can just land one Q and then restore like 200 HP, and then do it again and then restore it. So the laning phase for Soraka is a little bit slower, but she scales fucking insanely hard. Okay.
yeah.
So other than that, between a ganking jungler and a farming jungler, which one do you think you have?
I have a ganking. I mean, she's farming, but I have a farming jungler.
Mm-hmm. And then,
Diana ganks are pretty bad, and then they have a Silas 3v3. They have CC. We have Janna Q. I don't know about that to be honest. I don't think
mm,
it's terrible. I think Lucian is. I think we win 2v2. Lucian Diana versus Silas Jinx. I think we win two. I like 3v3.
yeah,
My
exactly.
opinion.
So the only situation where you actually lose is if, like, I mean, it's really hard for them, by the way, because Silas has to land an E and then Jinx has to trap under that, and then Soraka silences. That could be
Yeah.
like a CC chain, but it's very hard to get off. But regardless, your 3v3 is winning, your 2v2 is winning, so I'm going to want to see you fight a little bit, okay? So I'll just start this up real quick. Turn off.
I think that's one of my problems where I just fight a lot.
Maybe we'll
I don't know if
see.
that's a bad thing.
Well, it depends on your
Obviously,
champion.
that's general. Yeah, that's very general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like literally switching out one champion in a game can change the entire like
True.
dynamic of the game. So
True.
um I like that you're standing in this bush. I'm just a little bit scared. Okay.
I don't know if it was good. Maybe I could have walked Q and then double auto and walked away. Maybe.
So the only issue with you doing this is that you're letting. Okay, so you Q started, right? What do you do when you Q start?
Poke them. With
Yes.
Q.
Okay. So if you're gonna Q through one minion and hit the Soraka, and the Jinx is hitting the wave for free, do you think that's worth it?
No.
Okay. So what would you rather do?
Probably Q the Jinx.
Yes.
At least punish her for even walking up and autoing.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah. So whenever, okay, this is the same thing with like, I don't know, if you ever see a Karma like RQ one person at the start of the lane, it's bad because unless you can follow up on that RQ, Karma RQ, her R is a fucking 35-second cooldown. Like that shit's long as fuck.
It is long.
Right?
It is long. Yes.
So you started off the lane and used your most important ability for a little bit of a chunk. It's not worth it. So right here, what I want to see you do is realize like, yes, their Soraka is important, but the person who's going to deal damage the most on the wave is the ADC, because it's just Jinx rockets, you know, and it's usually just going to be the ADC. So right here, I would have rathered you. Actually, wait, let me open my epic pen. I keep on forgetting. I would have rathered if you just walk this way. Okay. And then the second the Jinx starts hitting the wave, you Q through the minions and then try to double auto her. Okay.
Okay.
So that needs to be your trade pattern. Obviously, okay. It's not the easiest thing on earth. Landing the Q is the easy part. Getting the double auto, not so easy because the Soraka is going to zone you. You have to try to space it, you know? So that's kind of like the mental game that you have to play. But your bread and butter, Q the Jinx, and then try to double auto her. So right here, she's like blasting the wave.
She took 0 damage. That's insane.
Yeah. The Soraka has bone plating, so okay, so this is really awkward. The second
I'm trying to help. Yeah, go on.
So the second you lose your melee minions, so all of these 3 minions, the second they die, the enemy is going to try to fight you, okay?
True.
Reason being, after you kill these melees, these minions need to move and then hit these casters. So they're full HP, right? They're going to have like a 5-second timer to fight you, and then they can CS these minions. So melee minions cleared, they're going to try to fight you.
Okay.
So if
I should do the same thing as well.
Yeah, exactly. So if you have, like, if you were pressuring the Jinx right now and she was down a little bit more HP, then you could try to play for wave. And mind you, Lucian Q, you can Q through multiple minions, right? So if you really want push, you can Q the minions as well. But I wouldn't really recommend that. It's your channel.
Okay, I see why it was bad. So I should have queued through melees and
Yeah.
probably got double auto plus a push. So.
So at this point, okay. So it's a very weird picture.
My spacing is so terrible.
Yeah, so okay. So you have basically like, I mean, it's 3 minions, right? But you have 3 minions that are basically like, these are 2 autos away from dying. This is basically gonna be 1 auto away from dying. Where do you want to be in the lane right now?
Not where John is, definitely a little back.
Okay.
You know?
So in game.
Where I am at.
Yes,
A
exactly.
little backwards.
Yes. So
your boy is 50 miles forward.
yeah, exactly. Tortuga is, maybe he has no idea what's going on. So you, okay, if you understand that this wave is like pretty much gone, right?
Yeah.
If you continue fighting, you're giving this Jinx extra range, which she has extra range on you because of rockets, and you're gonna let her pretty much chunk you for no reason.
True. I see.
So this is really bad. Like the Jinx, she trolled like super hard because she's not supposed to let you auto her, and then she's supposed to keep rocketing, and then Soraka. Okay, Soraka used her ward, but they can pretty much walk up to this bush, ward it, and then keep hitting you. So right here would be a really good timer for them to fight because again, Soraka has like this is really, really bad. I thought Janna would be over here, you know, like this is a very.
Don't worry, she's gonna do that later.
Okay.
Bipolar indeed.
Okay, so
Okay, so it's really so just off of that 1 Q, the lane goes this way. That's kind of crazy.
Well, okay. So your job is
At least the
ADC.
positioning and the
Yeah,
Q.
yes,
You know?
yes, yes. So your job as ADC is not always to fight, by the way. It's to know what you're supposed to do with your wave. That's the only thing I want you to be thinking about in lane. What are you going to do with your wave, okay? And so when you're playing double range lanes, right? Whoever gets level 2 first or whoever gets pushed first will demolish the other side.
Push. Yeah. Okay.
So
Makes
I
sense.
want you to be thinking like I can push the wave and then I can get level 2 and then I can hard fight them as well. But if you play it like this, you know, it's a little bit harder for you to get prio because you need to move and then auto. Yeah?
Okay.
Usually the types of people that I like champions that I see set in this bush is usually like spellcasters that kind of throw their spells and run away, but your champion has much lower range. So I don't really like this.
Lucian kind of just sucks. Yeah. I don't know why I even was there. I was like, okay, maybe we could do something, but I was also like, Lucian's level 1 kind of just is trash. So
Yeah, unless you can get
unless
like
there's a hook support. Yeah.
well, that too, but if you really want to fight, okay, your goal should be to W start. So you W start and then auto and then get your third auto because the W gives you extra move speed for you to get your PTA auto. If you really want to fight level 1, I wouldn't recommend that. But
You know what's funny? I've asked a bunch of people about this, and I always get like conflicting answers. Somebody's like, "Oh, start Q always," and then the other person is like, "Oh, start W always." But like, I think the W start. Somebody said it was like, "Oh, start W with like Milionami or something like that," but I'm not too sure.
I mean, you can W. Okay, so the general rule is you Q start if you don't think you can just straight up fight them. Because okay, look,
Okay.
with Lucian, you have limited range until you get level 2, because then you get your dash, right? Level 1, if you W start and they start kiting you and you don't get your autos in, is it worth it?
No.
Exactly. So Q starting here is good. It's just the way you use the Q was not the best.
Okay.
So yeah, we're just gonna go forward. And then okay, the worst thing to do, by the way, here is to give the Jinx lethal tempo, like a lethal tempo fight. Okay. Reason
True.
being, you've had PTA, right? So you want to take short trades and then get the fuck out. The second the Soraka gets level 2, by the way, and she lands a Q, this bitch is going back to full HP. And then you'll have lost HP that you can't take back. So that's the iffy part about sustain lanes. You cannot take trades that are, you know, equal, otherwise they're just going to heal back up. So right here, the reason why I'm like kind of iffy about, like, I like the fact that you're hitting the Jinx at the start, but once the Jinx is out of range, I would recommend like basically cutting back, because this Soraka, she didn't need to walk up to you and miss her Q. You know what I mean? You should be down another 100 HP.
True.
So just remember that once you use your abilities, just try to kite out, and then now it's like they're just gonna get level 2. And your jungler's pathing away from you. Their jungler's also pathing away from them. But yeah, you see how this lane is already like... This is wave 2. So this lane is going to feel even harder from now on.
Okay, so that's just... That's... It's not just, but it's just... This is... Knowledge diff, straight up. Of just like... Of like not internalizing like this Soraka Q... and what she does, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, it's mostly like okay, like if you play if you play like 100 games versus Soraka, eventually you'll get the pattern. It's just like, for me, I've done the 100 games versus Soraka, so I can tell you the pattern, you know.
The thing is, I've played so many games, but it just like, I guess it's because it's like there's so many different supports that I'm only like used to a couple, and then the meta changes, and then like, okay, this champion starts coming out, and then I don't know how to play or whatever.
Well,
I need to maybe like, yeah, go on. You know what? Go on. I'm yapping.
no, I'm thinking of like the difference between what I've been doing and what you were doing. It's probably because okay, do you ever review your games by yourself?
Yeah, I do. I have like a little recording software. I just look over the game every time. At least I try to if I'm not too tilted.
Okay,
Or the next day or something like that.
Do you ever look at Pro VODs?
I try. Sometimes I'll look at them, but then the games don't feel the same as my game. Like obviously, you're not gonna look at the same as my games, but they just feel too perfect. If that makes sense, where I can't really take away
Okay.
much, or it's also at the same time, it's like me not being able to see
Mm-hmm.
what's different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I know exactly.
It's like a bronze player trying to look at a challenger.
You're not
Like, what the
bronze. You're
fuck
not
am I?
bronze.
What am I gonna look at? Like, this guy's
Sorry.
spacing perfectly. I can't click like doing my usual notice.
No, but the thing is, usually it's never like okay. From what I'm seeing, you're not bad mechanically. It's just you don't understand what your goal should be. Okay. Usually,
I
what I see like the level ones for Lucian is Q auto. Like that's the only attack pattern that I ever see for Lucians. And then after that, they get the fuck out. And so the reason why I was like, oh shit, like I don't know if you should do a trade on lethal tempo Jinx is because you're extending a trade into a lethal tempo champion, you know?
True.
So that's a no-no. You shouldn't do that unless you can kill.
Okay.
So at this point, you're just basically catching waves. Really good E. Just for okay, it looks like you're really like I don't even know if you realize what you're doing, but it's good.
Like
Okay.
I eat out, so I don't give her the healing thing.
Yeah. But you're also
Yeah.
standing outside of the Jinx rocket range, so like there's a lot that you're doing really good. The only issue here is like when these minions are
Step back in.
yeah, you have no dash, like you can't be doing this. You're already 300 HP, like we can't like already. Okay, so if you're full HP and you had full conditions, like and you want to maybe blow your barrier, okay? Sure, go ahead and do it. But
No, I definitely was not thinking that.
yeah,
for
exactly.
sure.
So you have to have like a every time you dodge like their AoE spells, it's because in your head you had this pattern where you're like, oh, if I get hit by this Soraka Q, I'm basically the lane's lost, right? So
Okay.
you think about it instinctively, okay? The difference between that and this is that you haven't gotten like the fundamental of this part of the lane down, so you need to do it over and over and over again until it becomes instinctive. It's like, you know, imagine Faker, right? Do you think he thinks about every single click that he does?
No, obviously not. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's done it so many fucking times, so it's like easier for him. And that's like the hurdle of learning new things. Like you always have to try to put yourself in the shoes of somebody else or somebody that's doing what you're doing, but better. It's a really good base timer.
I've played this Jinx matchup so many times. It's just like I'm not paying attention to the supports. Like I'm ignoring that Soraka can do all of these things. Like I'm only focusing. Oh, Lucian versus Jinx, I win. Like obviously, sure, but like the support dictates what
Yeah.
you can and can't do. You know.
Well,
Sometimes.
if you
At
want,
least most of the time.
if you really want to do 1v1s, you should just roll. You can roll swap.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know, you can do that, but I think no, it's definitely like I know what you're saying, and I've also gone through it. But like also when I'm reviewing you, your Janna's not playing perfectly at all. She literally griefed two trades in a row, but
No, true. Yeah.
you also need to know what the best picture looks like so that you're going to be able to
Yeah.
replicate it. So for example, when your Janna was sitting here, right, and you were sitting in this bush, my instinct would be to spam assist ping her to this
To come back
bush
here.
or
Okay.
spam careful ping her from that bush, because I'm like, oh, like she's about to grief my lane, let her not do that. So yeah, that's pretty
Okay,
much
that makes sense.
that's pretty much my thought process. Yeah, that's really good. You stopped the Soraka's base. Now you're slow pushing.
I wish she stopped the Jinx's base, but she was standing next to me.
Yeah.
Quite unfortunate.
I mean, if you... it's probably not going to work in this elo because supports won't listen to you and they won't know what you're talking about. But like the higher you go, if your support's sitting at this turret and they can stop their bit, you can just assist ping a few times to just... for them to like walk up and stop the bases. Regardless, this is good. Slow pushing. Okay, the only thing I would say that's wrong here in this picture is
I don't know where the jungle is.
no. Well, you do know where their jungler is because your jungler's bot side, and guess where their jungler started?
Probably bot side as well.
Yeah.
I saw him bot side. I saw him literally bot side.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's bot side as well.
So your jungler is
Actually,
bot
no, he's
side.
top side. Right? He's top side. Yeah, he's top side.
Well, no.
Because
His
he
bot
started
side,
bot.
his bot side camps are respawning. So your Diana started bot. Their jungler started bot, and they both went up. So whenever Diana's bot side, what does that say for you?
Yeah, he's obvious. He's also bot side.
Yeah. So, but that's not the important part. The important part was right here. So you're slow pushing, okay? The standard play when you're slow pushing is you slow push this wave, the wave that you just killed, and on this wave, you're hard shoving it. You don't slow push 3 waves unless you completely fuck the Jinx's base, okay? And even then, I would tell you to hard shove. The reason why is because when the enemy comes back from lane, okay, so let me pause it right now. If they walk up here, right, and the Jinx ends up here, and she starts hitting the wave, if you don't kill these minions in time, which you can't do it anymore, you're gonna miss CS to try to hit her.
I see. Okay.
So these minions should be
Because
dead.
they kill each other faster.
Yeah, so these 2 minions should be dead. And then once it's the same thing, melees are dead, you can go for a trade now. Okay?
Okay.
So you usually, I'm gonna go back to the picture so that it's a little bit clearer. So you caught your wave, or like, yeah, this is your first wave. Okay, so you're slow pushing this wave, and then once the next wave comes, it's coming. Now you need a hard shove it.
Okay. So you always crush 2 waves, even early game. Like you try to do first 2 waves, crash. Can I recall? I can recall within that 2 waves, or should I usually stay?
It depends
and
on
try to do it?
it depends on how fast you push the wave. Like I need to see the picture because okay, so for example, okay, this is not like, just imagine you're not seeing this right now. Imagine you already pushed the wave in, and right now you're in this bush, for example. You could start your base right now and come back in time, but because this wave is here right now. If this wave is here, you cannot
Then-
base.
I see. That makes
Because by the time you base, the wave is going to be around here, and the enemy can hard shove it, and then you'll lose the entire wave.
Okay.
So depends on where the next wave is. I really like these trades. It's just the minions a little bit sad. And then the jungler's coming. Okay, well, to be fair,
Yeah, I forgot about that. That was funny.
to be fair, so 2 things. Another reason why it's good for you to hard push this wave is so that you get vision in the river. Okay?
Yeah.
So I don't care about what happened here. When you slow push when you slow push this wave over here, and then you hard crash this wave that's right here, you get a timer to go and ward, and then anytime you want to fight from there on, you'll have vision in the river. But right now, you're fighting, right? When Diana
I guess
died,
for me it looked illegal, but
well, 2v2
here it looks legal. Yeah.
2v2 it's illegal, but because you didn't, number one, you weren't really paying attention to the scuttle, because I think Victor showed on it. Like, hold on.
I saw my Diana there for a second. I was like, okay, we're fine, because she's gonna get the scuttle, and then I started fighting, and then Victor shows up after I start fighting, and I was like, oh.
Well, this is like kind of like a mid diff, but like if you're gonna fight, you always have to you kind of have to look at mid as well. This is
obviously, yeah. It just, info kind of just went out over my head.
Yeah.
But right, I should definitely crash those 2 waves and then ward earlier, because it's around the time.
Okay, this is like worst case scenario, by the way. Don't do those.
Yeah.
Once you did this trade and you see 2 people coming towards you, okay, let me freeze frame it. Okay, well, let's just say Victor's on your screen right now, okay? Right now, what is your goal?
Probably push the wave and just die, honestly. There's just no way I'm leaving this area alive.
Well,
And not burn my summoners.
so two things. If the Silas comes and kills you, right? She can live, right?
Oh yeah, you mean drag him away, basically.
Yeah. So it's one of two things. Either the Silas is gonna choose to kill this Janna because she's closer to his teammates, or he's gonna throw his abilities on you, and you're just gonna. One of you guys has to live here. Okay. Worst case scenario is neither of you live, and you use all of your summoners.
Yeah.
So this is the worst case scenario. Okay, well use your flash, but only not your barrier. But this is rough now, because now every single time you dash forward, you have to make sure Silas is not like in the vicinity. Otherwise, you're gonna die. Like you are just dead. And if you get hit by a Jinx W and you don't have your dash, she can trap on top of you, and then Soraka silences, and you're gonna get like chunked for all your HP. So from the start,
because I lost track of, or like a bunch of stuff, obviously.
I mean, there's a lot, but I think the main thing for me is like knowing what your goal is with your wave. Because even from here, what it looks like to me is that you're looking to poke them. But your goal, what should your goal be right now?
Is to punish the Jinx every time she tries to push the wave.
Yes. And if she walks back and doesn't let you punish her, you get wave prio.
Makes sense.
So, and this is kind of like a symptom of what happens around here. Oh wait, no, it's this next wave. So right now you didn't know what your goal was with the wave. You're slow pushing it. This is perfect, absolutely perfect. But on this wave, you didn't know that you had to hard crash it. So then you end up in a really shit situation where you're fighting the Jinx and the Soraka 2v2, but then their mid jungle comes and kills you because you have no vision of it.
So always crash 2 waves unless like, you know, my opponent is like, I don't know, half HP or something like that.
Yeah, so like,
can't really contest or something, or we can dive them or something like that.
Yeah, so if the Jinx was in like over here right now, I'm completely fine with you slow pushing this wave. The reason why I don't like you slow pushing this wave is because she should be around here right now. So by the time you keep on slow pushing this wave, these melee minions won't die. These ones are definitely not going to die. And Jinx is going to be back in lane and she's going to start contesting you.
Okay.
So also this is
the whole thing is I want the wave to... Oh yeah, go on.
Well, this is like a symptom of playing with an enchanter, because if you had a Leona, right, and the Jinx was walking up here, do you think that would be allowed?
No.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it's not as clear because now you have like a Janna and she's standing behind. She's literally doing what I said.
True.
This is your timer to be fighting and she's standing behind you. Okay. What was you're gonna say? Fuck, I forgot.
Just always push. Try to like push 2 waves in most of the time.
Yeah.
I think that should be a general rule like you should do. Okay.
Yeah, your standards should be pushing 2 waves, and then the exceptions come later. Okay. Because there are exceptions. Unfortunately, League is not a super straightforward game. Okay, so now my goal with the lane would probably be to fight on a timer where Silas is on the opposite side of the map. So Silas just came bot side, right?
Yeah.
Can he come back bot side again?
I didn't check his CS, so I feel like he shouldn't because his camps are spawning top side. But honestly, I feel like he should not. He shouldn't because his camps are spawning.
Exactly. That's perfect.
But But again, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
in my Eva,
yeah,
people just shut
yeah,
off
yeah,
anyway.
yeah. Exactly. There you go.
The Airbnb
Yeah,
special.
they're gonna come and pitch like an entire tent under your house. So you just gotta be a little bit careful. The reason why I say that is because now, if you know that the Silas is pathing topside, and let's say in like 30 seconds, okay, he can clear his jungle camps in like 30 seconds. In 30 seconds, so on the next wave that's coming out of base, again, you're gonna slow push this wave, and then you hard crash this, and then look for a fight. Okay,
Okay.
so that's my game plan. Slow push.
So you slow push this, and then the next wave you hard crash it.
Mm-hmm. So you're basically you push two waves, the same thing as before. You're slow pushing
No,
this wave.
true.
Yeah, you're slow pushing this wave, and then this next wave you're gonna hard crash it, because by that time Jinx, there you go, she's back in lane. You know, the timing is a little bit awkward because you died, by the way. You died and you lost a wave, so it's not gonna be perfect no matter what. There's nothing you can do about it. But this whole like fight. Hold on, let me see.
So let's say I crash this wave, right? Like let's say I crash this wave, like or whatever. Like this next wave, I push it and I try to crash it.
Mhm.
When do I ever get a timer to fight Jinx? If that makes sense. Like, do I fight her on the slow push back on me?
No. So, let me go back. So right
I feel
now,
like it should be obvious. I'm just kind of
no. It's not. It's not that it's obvious. It's actually not obvious at all because, this lane is very like you don't have a support that can initiate a fight, so it's on you to do everything. So especially in this, lane, yeah, this is very. It's not
blind inclusion boy.
well. Unfortunately, when you pick Lucian, you have to fight.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it is what it is. But okay, so right here in my head, I would not ever stand against a wall like this because it just doesn't matter like who I'm versus. If you stand next to a wall, right, and she shoots her W like this, can you dodge it?
No, there's only one way to get hit.
Yeah. So basically, I would be playing towards like this side of the wave right now, like you and your Janna. And then once you kill these two minions, okay, I want you to make sure you kill these next three melees. Don't even look at what's going on right now. You kill these three melees, okay, and then you look to fight. So that's your timer. So, okay, from the top, first wave, slow, okay, slow push, and then on the second wave, after you clear the melees,
then you can look for.
Then you can fight. Okay. So it's like a general rule. It doesn't apply all the time, but this is gonna make you a lot more like streamlined. Like your fights are gonna look a lot better because right now you just lost two minions and now you're back to hitting the wave, but you're down HP versus a sustained matchup because you tanked the entire wave when you did that. And now like they blew up a lot of your waves, so now your wave crash is not.
This is also kind of. Now I'm looking at this. This kind of looks very dumb because I don't even know where the Silas is at.
No. This is good. This is good.
No,
this is good. This is good. The Silas has to be top. Remember, Diana bot, their jungler's bot. Diana top, their jungler's top. So whenever they start on the same side, okay, level 1.
No, true.
Yeah,
true.
so if they start on the same side, level 1, unless there's some crazy fight that happens and the Silas has to hit Drake for 40 seconds, okay, unless something like that happens, they're going to be on the same side usually. Okay. Nice. Oh shit. Okay, whoa.
I feel like such a noob. It's actually insane.
No. Okay.
That, like some like while I'm looking, I'm like and just like cause like while you're telling me stuff, I'm just assessing my knowledge as well, and it's just kind of funny that you get the diamond and you don't know. Like I'm looking at myself, and it's like I got there and I just don't know half the shit. So it's actually funny.
No,
There's so much
I
I
mean,
don't know. So it's kind of nice, like that. There's much to learn, I guess.
yeah.
That's what I was saying.
Don't worry, you're not hopeless. No, nobody's hopeless. Like, like I don't know. I've literally had friends in Iron ask me for help, and then like I tell them a few things, and they're like, "Oh, that's why I end up having 10 deaths in a game." You know, like it's sometimes you just don't know what you're supposed to do, and so getting a little bit of extra help is like the push that you'll need to kind of
True.
move forward. But okay, so right here, you push your wave, and then you go to the ward. Okay, the goal here, what should your goal be right here?
Is so looking at the wave. I mean, the longer I fight her, the more minions I kind of miss.
Yes.
But she's yeah. This is just a terrible situation. I should be pushing the wave then. Yeah, I should crash it then do whatever the hell I want because then I don't have to miss this random CS
Yeah, I mean,
and then she's stuck under tower and I
that's
can do whatever
perfect.
I want.
Yeah, well, there you go. I mean, I didn't even have to say anything. Like, the reason why is because this is what you call like a imperfect crash. They basically hold the wave. So right
Yeah.
now,
I do these so often. It's actually insane how often I do these.
like where you
I'm
move
looking at
here,
it.
or if you
No. This situation happens so often. It's like I'll try to 3-wave crash or like 1.5-wave crash and then I get contested and then it ends up in a
Mhm.
situation like this where it's like pretty bad.
Yeah.
And it
So
makes sense.
one way to think about it, it's the same thing as what I told you level 1. Your priority should be on your wave. As an ADC, your priority is always your wave. Like, it sounds selfish and you might turn into a narcissist, but you have to get your fucking wave. Okay?
True.
So I'm fine with
Otherwise,
you
I'm not a
warding.
champion.
So I like what you did. Okay, you push this wave, and then you walk here. You put down a ward. But the second you see them stand over here, okay, you need to go back to your wave.
True. Yeah.
I don't want you to miss 3 melees again. This is like, yeah, this is like the worst case scenario. You're supposed to be like fighting them and be up CS, but now this Jinx is gonna be up CS on you. But also, don't take it too hard because like even challenger players do this. So don't.
No, it's starting to make sense where it's cause like I always end up missing, or like I'll have like a lane where I'm supposed to be ahead in CS, but we end up like I end up like what only 10 CS ahead or even, which just makes no sense. But now looking at it, it's kind of crazy how I never noticed it.
I mean, okay, I played this game for way too many hours. So you should not be like comparing your knowledge to mine because like, okay, I'm not saying I'm like Jesus Christ. Okay, don't get me wrong.
No, that's so.
But like I have this knowledge because I put an ungodly amount of time into this game. Otherwise, like I would be like absolutely clueless. Don't worry.
No, but there's difference with like everybody puts like an ungodly there's like a lot of people that put like example me like I have a lot of hours in this game as well, but like obviously there's like shit that I don't see. That's why like I appreciate other like better players, like they just notice stuff you don't notice, or just kind of like you just kind of learn off of whatever they do. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there's one really big point that you just brought up that made me realize. How do you think we're able to think about the game and like learn from it compared to like what you're doing right now? What do you think the
I think
difference
also
is?
you're more critical, I guess, of like every thing you do, or like you'll take the time to like break down the stuff, if that makes sense.
Sort of, but it goes back to one basic thing, which is when I learned the game. Okay, I was 16 years old and I I was a Lulu one trick. Okay, like I was not like a crazy like 1v9 mid Zed player. I was not, you know, and I didn't play like a million champions. I literally played Lulu, got to Masters, and then got to Challenger.
Oh yeah,
That's it.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
you
first
said you played one. That makes sense.
Yeah, you first start by playing one champion, playing it really fucking well, okay, until you get to a point where you're like, okay, I'm satisfied with my knowledge of this champion and how far I can get with this champion. If you're not satisfied, you don't stop grinding on that champion. That's a mistake that so many people make. Okay? Like, do you know how many fucking times I lost to like some random like e-girl support who said like I'm the better e-girl or something, and I was a 16-year-old boy. Like, no, I didn't feel good about it, but I just kept on fucking playing Lulu because that was my champion. I enjoyed playing her, and I just, I got better at it over time. Like these,
Yeah, it's just the part of like I always hear you always hear this advice of like play one champion or two,
Mhm.
and then you'll learn the game that way. But then you go to the fact of like you're playing those champions, and then you're obviously going to hit a wall or a plateau where those champions you're gonna start to notice their weaknesses,
Mhm.
and then you either like start to accept them or you do the bullshit that I do or other players do where they start to hop on every other champion because oh Jinx sucks, let me go play Varus because I
Yeah,
can fight early and I have CC and I can
yeah,
bully
no,
people or something like that.
I completely agree. Okay, okay, so I'm gonna tell you a little bit of a story because okay, I'll do this really quick, but
Yeah.
when I was climbing as Lulu, okay, Soraka is one of Lulu's like hardest counters in lane because Lulu likes to fight, and then Soraka outranges Lulu, so she can just Q you and then prevent you from fighting and heal up. Okay, I was playing versus this fucking bitch named Yeah That Was a Banana, okay, and she would just fucking play Soraka versus me every game, and I was like fucking so tired of it because I'm playing Lulu and I'm playing a counter matchup like every game, okay, but the
Yeah.
difference, okay, I was pissed, okay, don't get me wrong, maybe I'm still pissed and maybe it shows, but the important part is like I got hit by those fucking Soraka Qs, like I kept on taking those Soraka Qs, but then eventually I learned Lulu into Soraka, you just have to try to play range. The second she drops her Q, that's when you look to fight. And then slowly but
Yeah.
surely, yeah, that was a banana, whatever the fuck her name was lower ranked than me. Okay? So just remember that. Like every game, you're honestly not versus whoever you're like. Think about it like this: your improvement is not like you versus this Jinx or you versus your team. It's you versus yourself. Okay?
True.
You
True.
cannot lose to yourself because your teammates are gonna make you lose as well. So do not try to like do not try to be the best at everything. Do not try to like push yourself to do crazy like 1v9 plays. Just do one thing and do it really fucking well, and you're gonna climb.
Okay.
Okay. So that's kind of what I'm trying to like think about with you, with just the laning phase overall. I don't think you're bad mechanically. Trust me. Like I've seen bad mechanical players. You're literally eing almost every one of these Soraka Z. Like you're not even thinking about it maybe, but you're doing it well. So the second you think about what your mindset should be in a certain moment, which usually it's your wave in laning phase, it's really easy for ADCs. Um, Slowly but surely, you're gonna see like I'm gonna hit the minions more. I'm gonna get the 3 melees and then the cannon, and then I'm gonna fight, and then your fights are gonna look 1,000 times better.
Okay.
So that's kind of what I want to see. And then okay, so remember how I said your 2v2 is winning, right?
Yeah.
Your condition also matters a lot. So even though your 2v2 is winning, right now in this picture, right, with this HP, do you think your 2v2 is winning?
No, I can't really. No, it's not. I feel like it's even if because Soraka as well is kind of half HP, but like
Mm-hmm.
Soraka HP doesn't really matter compared to the Jinx
Yeah.
HP, correct?
Mm-hmm. So it's hard because you're the one that has to engage, but you're the one
Yeah.
that's half HP. So, like, okay, think about it like this: you're gonna engage right onto the Jinx, right, and then you're gonna take her down this much HP, but then you're gonna
Q.
lose like this much. Soraka's gonna land the Q on you. Her HP is gonna go up to this, and then Jinx's HP is back to this. So was
And
that
then I
trade good
die.
for you?
Yeah. No,
Exactly.
definitely not.
So this is the essence of the sustained trade matchup. If you fall to this HP, the next time you dash in, you're fucked.
That makes sense.
So the problem was with the earlier trade when you lost all your HP. So right now your goal should be to like get level 6 and then look for like a WR timer, or just keep on poking them with your Qs and try to play outrange. Otherwise, this lane's gonna be hard. I don't remember if they warded, honestly. Fuck. Kind of bad of me. I really like how you engaged. The only thing is...
Okay. This is hilarious, though.
The only thing is...
This picture.
Yeah, I mean, this is... But when you're playing for a gank... Okay, so I'm not sure whether or not this bush is warded. I don't...
Yeah, true.
I'm not going to think about it right now. But whenever you're getting a gank, whether or not this person's on a ward, okay, I want you to either play towards this side, okay, right here, because that makes them want to go this way. Why? Why do you think that's the case?
It just makes it easier for her to like catch them, or like it just in like a short distance for her to walk, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
well, this is way better for your Diana. But the reason why I'm saying this is a laning fundamental for mid and top. Whenever you're looking for a gank, this is mostly for mid actually. Whenever you're looking for a gank, you stand on the opposite side of where your jungler is going to hurt them. Yeah, so your jungler's here in the alcove, I don't know. You walk this way, Jinx is going to walk this way, straight into the jungler.
True.
Yeah, so I want to see you around here. And then the second the Diana is on your screen, you engage. So I liked the way you engaged, by the way. I liked it because your Diana was able to catch up anyways, and your Diana has flash, so I don't give a fuck. She played it badly. That's it. She could have gone probably both of them, because Soraka does enough flash. Anyways,
it's funny because I thought maybe the best way to play it was for me to not walk up because we have 0 CC in this lane, so it's kind of hard to make anything happen.
Exactly.
I mean,
You said that
she's
perfectly.
6, yeah. I mean, she's 6.
She is 6,
so.
But remember, like, she still has the gap. So, okay,
yeah.
Unless they're literally walking. So let's say you were standing over here and they moved to this side and walked straight into them and they had no vision, right? Like, shit, this is not worded. Unless that happens, there is not going to be a gank. This guy cannot gank. Okay? So you started the gank because if you don't walk up, guess what? They're both alive. Jinx and Soraka are just going to walk out.
Yeah.
You think your Diana's going to flash engage? Do you okay, well, it's mostly like, do you trust your jungler? Okay? Because
yeah, I don't know if I trust anybody, even myself.
Yeah, well, there you, well, I think you should trust yourself more than you trust the jungler, but yeah. Okay, no. Okay. Go back. So remember, your mindset was getting your wave, right?
Yeah.
Right here, what's your goal?
Just get out.
Okay.
Just go.
So the second you see this, okay, what should your reaction have been?
Just ping them off and
Exactly.
hope to God they leave.
Exactly. Because think about it like this. What the fuck are you gonna do at 200 HP as Lucian? Like, what? Tell me, what are you gonna do? Because I don't think there's anything you can do. Exactly.
Absolutely nothing.
Just try to think of the way you can influence the fight. If the answer is I can't do shit, then you can't do shit. That's it. Like you can't just bring damage out of, like, I don't know, thin air and kill this Silas.
I think make them feel better about them dying by themselves. 'Cause then I'm beside them, you know.
that is so real.
But obviously.
But I know. But that is a real ass fucking motive. But
because you always get a question mark, and you're like, okay, bro, I have 0 HP. I'll just stand next to you, and then you'll die, and then you maybe feel better about yourself.
Yeah, that's completely fine.
You died, and I was just standing there.
Yeah, that's fine. But think about it like this. What the fuck does Tortuga know better than you this game, that he's shown you that he knows so much better than you, that here you should come and kill yourself with her?
No, obviously not.
Exactly, nothing. If this was, I don't know, like fucking, not Bjergsen, I don't know, like if you had Carry on your support and he was pinging you to come here and kill this Silas, you would probably do it, right? Because you trust Carrier.
Yeah.
Should you trust Tortuga? Fuck no. Fuck Tortuga. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. So that just yeah, this just delayed your base by a little bit. So now you're gonna miss a little bit more minions.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But okay, they end up fucking this up because you should lose all of these casters as well if they slow pushed it. Oh my god, wait. Here we go. Hold on.
I think here I saw him split, and I wanted to go flash for flash
Oh, this is good.
with her.
Okay, so two things. You can kill here, but
If I played it better.
well, better. Okay, so let me just say this: when people tell you like, dude, you should have played this situation better, it's usually because they don't know what exactly specifically you should have done better. So if you ever have somebody giving you advice and they say, hey, by the way, you should kill here, but then they don't tell you what you're supposed to do, they're fucking frauds, okay? That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
But the reason why I say that is because right here, if you want to WR, okay, you have to go ahead with the WR. Do not dash forward.
Yeah, you're kind of right. True.
Because when you dash forward, it tells me I want to auto Q. But when you dash forward in R, now you don't get your Q damage. So also, if you want to flash something, you should flash the Jinx W. But
Yeah.
because you pressed your ult, it's hard for you to flash. So I get why you did what you did.
It's kind of an awkward distance as well to either I flash earlier, right, to get closer, and then use my E to E through the traps because she's gonna throw them anyways. Keep maybe going behind her. But yeah, I guess it's
So
the better way to play it.
let me go back and show you exactly because it was a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, I heard what I said and I was like, wait, that's a little hard to visualize. Okay, so right now you throw out your W. So whenever you throw out your W, you have two options. Okay.
Yeah, I could just R here, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, you can R. Okay, so it's WR or E auto QQ or Q auto.
True.
Basically.
True.
And so basically you have, as Lucian, you have like two ways of dealing damage that I want you to think about, these combos specifically. And if you're closer to the Jinx, by the way, obviously you'll W auto E auto Q auto. But when you have distance, this big of a distance between you, you can't get all of those autos in, obviously.
Yeah.
So the longer the distance, okay, so if the distance was like this and she was standing over here, you would get even less autos. You would probably only be able to WR.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Maybe flash. Maybe I could have W flash.
you can, yeah, you can do that as well. It's just
E Q double auto R, and then she'll have to flash obviously eventually.
So the goal here is, you said it perfectly, which is to blow her flash and then try to kill her. But the order of how you do it matters.
Yeah.
A lot. So if you're gonna E like that, it's Q auto, and then you can flash the Jinx W if you want to make sure that you have distance on her.
If I flashed this, that would have been insane actually. Then because I would have caught up to her, she would have died for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's impossible for you to do. I've definitely seen you react to Strock Qs pretty easily. So it would just be reacting to the Jinx. Yeah, Strock is back in lane. Okay. Shit. This is kind of an awkward position to be in.
How so?
Because you can't engage on them.
Yeah,
and you're also running out of mana. So whenever your mana bar is under half on, like, honestly any spellcaster, you want to start thinking about either basing or, I don't know, finding a way to get your mana back.
Yeah. I think I wanted to crash this next wave and then probably back here.
Yeah.
Maybe I do that or not. Let's see. Because if I don't do that, then I definitely fucked up. Well, I guess it pseudo happens. Because they just...
But you never take your base. That's the only issue.
No, I never take on it.
Yeah. But okay, I don't know how the fuck to do this. I need to be able to see your gold. I don't know why it doesn't show.
Oh, is it X or Z? Something like that. I think it's
No,
X. It,
it's not working for me.
yeah, probably check the
Settings.
settings. I think it maybe the settings. See. Um.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so you can't
Okay.
base. You need 300 more gold. This is fine.
Yeah.
But you have to know that. Okay, so my goal here would be. So there's another way for you to get your condition back, which is you push this wave really hard. And then once you finish that, you go and you take this shit.
True.
So it's either you get honey fruit, I don't know, you get mana from Yumi E, because Yumi, when she's on top of you and she E's, she gives you mana, or you take a base. Otherwise, there's no saving your mana bar.
But I mean, just thinking about this, just looking at it here, I don't think I had anything in mind because it just looks like I'm not even thinking about the base. Because it's if I was thinking about pushing, then I would just hit the wave. And if I was thinking about like maybe getting my 300 gold, I wouldn't trade so heavily and lose too much HP because I can't really regen
Yeah.
that much mana. So
Right.
that makes sense.
I mean, you literally you're getting to the
conclusion.
conclusions without me even saying anything, by the way. So just just think about that a little bit. I most of the coaching is like you're doing it on your own. So
I mean, you're guiding me obviously through like a lot of it because there's stuff that I'm not noticing.
yeah, and that's completely fine. Okay, so just because we're running out of time, I think one last thing I want to look at is probably like a fight, because I think you've been playing fights pretty well. It's just if you don't get like a fight off once you get Essence Reaver, this Jinx is gonna start outscaling you soon. So I'm getting a little bit worried. Yeah, she has Kraken. The next wave, we're gonna hard shove. You're kind of doing it. Okay. Alice is coming. She just came and stole your all. Okay, would not recommend doing that. Because, yeah, the Soraka champion kind of counters the living shit out of you.
True.
Don't raw WR when Soraka's in your range, because she'll just cancel it. So at this point in the game, you need somebody else's CC to like start fighting. So if you want to fight, ping your Diana to come, because this is illegal. What this guy's doing is completely illegal. We should be able to fight here. Like, you shouldn't be scared, right? Remember, your 3v3 should be winning. Now, your Diana is a little bit behind, but it's one item to one item. It's not like the end of the world. So right here, if the Diana was more like, I don't know, she had more awareness, you will be willing to fight. And you have exhaust actually too. This one's just a little rough. Okay.
My God, this was so bad on so many, on both teams actually. First I R the Soraka and I get silenced instantaneously, and then Jinx walks into melee range and tries to fight me because she wasn't thinking about the general.
Exactly. So
Jesus
I just want you to think about it like this. Like, you're better. I think you're better at spacing than your counterparts. Like, in your elo, you're better than whoever your verse is at laning. What I think you're lacking in the most is like having an immediate goal. So it's like a mindset. Do I want to play for the wave? Am I contesting them? Am I not contesting them? And then if you're contesting them, how do I want to fight? So those things are gonna like give you direction. Okay, if you don't think about those things, this is how fights are gonna look like. Okay,
That makes sense. So I should be like thinking, like, if I'm contesting this wave, then, or like, yeah, I just need, not I just need, but like, it's kind of hard to articulate it, but I need to think about if my jungle is here and I want to fight, then maybe don't burn your ulti on the random Soraka and maybe just wait for your jungle to get closer or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to be more cognizant of what the hell I'm doing.
So, okay, that's really easy to say, by the way. That's a trap that a lot of my students get into. They just say, like, oh, I have to think more. It's not that
You can't think about what you don't know.
Yeah, it's not that easy to do that. So what I would recommend, okay, from me to you, as any homework, if there's anything that you learn from the session, okay, between the time you come back from base and getting to lane, okay, when you're walking back from lane, I want you to be thinking about these things. Okay, so you just died, right? What am I gonna do with my wave? Okay, how am I gonna fight them? So right now, you should be looking, you bought your items, and then you're looking at bot lane, okay? If they push this next wave, they show, I'm gonna cancel their base. If not, I'm slow pushing this wave. So then you have your game plan. And then right now, your last hitting minions, you'd be like, okay, on the next wave, I'm gonna hard crash. And if they try to contest me after the 3 melees, I'm gonna look to fight. You see? So you have to tie the hard part of basically thinking about the game to something that you already do. So something that you already do is when you're walking back from lane, you have free time to think, okay? Or you're looking at, I don't know, something across the map. Instead of doing that, okay, you should be thinking about what's going on with your lane, okay? So you're in base, look at your wave, and then tell me what you're gonna do from there, okay?
Okay, I see.
That's like the biggest piece of advice I think that's gonna help you. Actually, let me look at this fight one last time. Where was it? So that I can see exactly what was done. I saw what happened, but I didn't analyze exactly what was going on. And we kind of just kited the hell out of this bitch. I don't know what she was thinking. I think the only thing I would change out of all of this is just dash the Soraka Q. So that should be your thought process. So you have 2 things to dash right here whenever you're fighting. It's either Soraka Q or Jinx W. Okay? So she throws her Q, you E immediately. Yeah. It's going to be hard for you to dash both because it should be like Soraka throws Q and then you dash and then Jinx uses W, but sometimes they'll like intersect or they'll do whatever the fuck they want. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, on all of your other trades, from what I saw, you were dodging the Soraka Qs, so you were thinking about that. Maybe you took a few Soraka Qs to the head after, but no, I mean, I think you're mechanically pretty decent other than that. But do you have any concerns about the wave stuff, about anything we went over? Because we are a little bit over time right now, so
no, but that was very insightful.
So
that was really helpful. I'm trying to try to apply that. At least the part where you think of the waves and then try to fight based on what condition. So because like okay, so here's the question, like a quick question before you're done. It's, so like there's like 3 types of lane, right? Of like sustain, engage, and then there's poke, right? If I would break them down like that, I don't know if that's correct or not.
That's
obviously like you can have like a champion like Nami where like it sustains and pokes at the same time.
It's just between those there's another, it's like a it's called like a peel fight. When you're playing a Aphelios Thresh, you're never playing to like always like go forward. The Thresh is gonna flay you back into his team and then hook you and pull you back, so the fight is going backwards. That's called like a peel type of bot lane. But pretty much those are 3 like of the types of bot lanes. What was your question?
I was just trying to think of like, okay, should I like use that as a way of like like okay, maybe this is bad. So like I was trying to think of it like a rock paper scissors type of thing, where like poke beats sustain or sustain beats whatever engage overtime or something like that. I don't know if
Mm,
that's a good way of even thinking about it. I could just scratch that honestly.
so no. Do not scratch that. um, I'm trying to think of a way to help you because unfortunately, it's not that straightforward. Where uh, like sustain wins whenever they're able to do multiple rounds of their spells and then get an HP advantage. But that's also very fucking similar to a Janna who's trying to get multiple rounds of her spells in and just basically kite back. It's like it's kind of
Yeah,
hard
it's
to
too.
like
I think it's too
generalize
general.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
too general. It's too general.
but I think one thing that could help you is thinking about lanes as in like whether or not you win in terms of fighting. So in this lane, do you think you win in like in fighting?
Yes.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah.
So if you win in fighting and the enemy wins in pushing the waves, if you try to fight them when they push the waves, what do you think happens?
You lose on the push and you lose HP and
You will okay, so basically if she rockets the wave, you have to auto her or you have to poke her with your Q. That's always the way
okay.
this goes, okay? So
Okay.
if she starts losing too much HP, the champion that gets push, okay, so Jinx, when she drops below like half HP, she'll be like, oh shit, I lost too many of my conditions. Then she's gonna fall back, and now the person who's fighting, okay, now they get priority. So think about Draven, right? Draven doesn't inherently have really good AoE where he hits a bunch of minions level 1. It's because he can fight you off of the wave that he can get priority.
Yeah.
So it's always like, can I fight them off the wave? If yes, then you try to do that. If no, you think about who gets wave push the easiest, and then it'll like kind of fit. So there's always somebody who is catching the wave, and there's someone who's pushing the wave. In this game, you'll be catching the wave unless Jinx loses too much HP to your fighting. Is that
Okay.
kind of
Yeah.
it's kind of hard, but just think
I'm
about
trying to
it.
like think of it okay, like someone
Mm-hmm.
whoever wins, whoever gets pushed, and whoever wins 2v2. Is that what you're trying to say, basically?
Yeah, exactly. So think about it like this: like if you were playing Lucian Janna into Draven Soraka, do you think you would get push, or do you think Draven would get push?
Probably. I feel like it's even, but if I'm looking, I think Draven will get pushed because he can just fight me off the wave.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
fighting
that makes sense. Yeah.
is above everything, okay?
Okay.
And then there's wave push. Oh wow, that's a beautiful W. There's wave push, okay? But you can only push for so long. So Jinx, if she rockets the waves too many times, she loses too much mana. And if she takes too many trades when she's pushing the wave, she loses the fighting. Okay? So
Okay.
just think about it like that. Am I receiving the wave or am I pushing the wave? And then if I'm receiving the wave, how do I want to play the lane? So for you, you're gonna poke the Jinx whenever she walks up with your Q. And then so on and so forth. I can kind of help you think about it like that too, where if you're playing Ezreal, right? Ezreal into Jinx. If the Jinx walks up and autos a minion, right? And she's outside of the wave, you're gonna Q her, right?
Yeah.
So that's how your matchup knowledge should be. Am I gonna fight or am I gonna win in push? If it's neither, uh, it's very rare for it to be neither. Okay, usually you have one or the other. So unless you're playing Vayne Yumi into Draven
Yeah, I was
Blitzcrank,
about to say that.
yeah,
That's cooked.
like it's very rare. Okay, you would have to get double counterpicked, and it would have to be very ugly. But basically, there is like a kind of like a formula to it. There's always one side that has one side that has the other, or there's conditions to it. So this lane,
Okay.
Jinx has her condition, okay, is that she can get priority so long as she has mana. So once she runs out of mana, no more pushing. And she most definitely does not win fighting versus you. So if you see a Jinx in lane with no mana, you're going to think to yourself, oh, I can abuse the shit out of this. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So from base, think about your game plan. Obviously the game starts at 0-0, so the first wave also matters. But yeah, any other concerns that you had for what we went over?
No, that was it.
Okay, perfect.
That
So
was really it.
I'm gonna stop the